that back together. This is what happened to my motor. This is the bottom side. Oh, come on, come on. Woo. Oh, oh. Intake manifold. Ladies and gentlemen, people, you all have been asking for it, or a lot of people have just been asking for the next video, which is the disassembly of the engine, which is what I said in the last video. If you didn't see the last video, we pulled Samantha's motor. She's got a huge hole, got a sunroof right here, custom for the crankshaft. The motor was pulled last video, so there's nothing here now. For today, the main focus of today is disassembling this motor. Do I know what I'm doing? Fuck no. But you guys are gonna watch, and I'm gonna show you guys as much as I can show you that as I do it, and maybe it'll help you guys out. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me that I did something wrong or how I could do something differently. So if you feel that way, please leave it down below. But we're just gonna kind of start. Don't really know what I'm doing. My goal is to really keep as much stuff together as possible. I really think the easiest thing would probably be to start from top to bottom or bottom to top. I don't really know, but we're just gonna start. I'm probably gonna start off with taking off the intake manifold, injector, control module, and things like that. And we'll kind of go from there. I got my trusty cicada swatter because them motherfuckers are out here today and I have no problems clapping cicada ass. Oh, you wanna die, huh? And I'm pretty sure I actually broke this bolt, maybe, because at one point I was tightening this and righty tighty turned to lefty loosey. So yeah, that's looking good. Maybe I didn't break, maybe it was this one. No, I think, yeah, no, okay, cool. I thought I broke this at one point, so that's awesome. And you may be asking yourself, why aren't you using power tools? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if I break anything, I don't think I have the mental capacity to understand the frustration that I will see if I break a bolt. Now this will just pop right off, just like that. Engine control for your injectors, don't wanna lose that. And I think the easiest way when pulling all this off, like I said, to keep everything as just one big old piece. This being my first engine disassembly, I want to try and keep everything as plug and play, if you know what I mean. Like yes, everything will go back to the same motor and like same parts, but if I can keep certain stuff with certain things, I will, because it would just be easier. And then we'll float on over to the other side because so what's gonna happen here is I can take this out as well just to move this, but there's one bolt here, here, and here. Then we go to the other side again, and we'll disconnect this. There's a bolt here, here, and here, and that's how we'll get the intake manifold off. Is this a hard line all the way through? And yes, I do believe it is. I'm going to, so when I lift this up, I think I can just disconnect this, and then this should come up, and then just like that. That's what we'll do. All right, that's kind of weird how that was already that loose, but whatever. And one thing that I'm gonna do that you guys will probably notice me doing is putting bolts right back into holes that they can go right back into, because instead of, if I can limit how many like Ziploc bags and things like that I have, I'd much rather do that. And then on the bottom of the intake manifold, there is a PCV valve. It's like a vacuum hose, and so we will have to disconnect that as well. It like shoots right up into the bottom. And we'll just take that out right there. And now, technically, the intake manifold, yep, should just come right off. Intake manifold is out. And the thing is, like, one thing, oh my God. One thing I didn't think about, like, with all this is, like, how many things that oil flows through that I'm gonna have to, like, check over. Like, that, I mean, oil doesn't flow through that, but metal particles or anything like that may have gone into it or anything like that. I think the easiest thing to do now would be to take engine harness, all this wiring and stuff like that, and move that out, or at least out of the way. Should be good. All right, got a lot done. So turbo manifold, downpipe, intake, all the turbo accessories, even the boost controller, all came off. I brought that all off on one piece. Got the alternator off, intake manifold off, main engine harness. So this is the harness, so left side, right side, that's how I'm remembering it. I have each side, the middle, and this side zip tied, so I know what side goes to what. Then we come on over here to the motor. I have everything off the top, wiring is gone. I'm leaving all of like the necessary sensors and things like that until I have the new block. Then I'll take those and just transplant them over, looking at each one where they go. Crankshaft positioning sensor, port injection right here. Well, this is what I'm assuming. I mean, because you have direct injection that goes in from here, and then I would have to assume port injection is after. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to disconnect any of this. What I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to disconnect these two bolts right here, and then I'm going to disconnect these two bolts right here, and this should just theoretically lift out. So this carries fuel, and so we'll pull this out, we'll pull this out, then we'll pull these four out, and then we'll just disconnect this hose from here, and then this all should just right out, and then that'll make it 10 times easier, and then we'll actually be able to see how big this hole really is. Oh my God. Oh, so what it looks like is, what I have to assume is, and I did hear at one point, like right, like on that day, I did hear a noise. Oh my God, that is done. But from what it looks like is my rod, well, my rod broke, so that's very apparent. But it looked like this was rubbing up against inside my crankcase for some reason. Now that reason I don't know, but would you look at that? All right, so we got some weaklings here, but so I got it off. Interesting enough, this is where coolant passes through, port injection, like I said. This thing, I actually don't know what it does, but I know this was touching one of the cams. This is one of the cam loops. So cam runs through here, second cam runs through there. So I'm assuming that has to do with something with the port injection and the fueling. Since it was on this, I don't really know. I mean, this just rolls, so I'm not really sure what that does. All right, so I got all the crankcase, oh wait, no, except this one, hold on. But once I take this one off, right, what'll happen is then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take screwdrivers and pry up all around, because it has gasket sealer. So it's really just something I really just gotta pull on, and yeah. All right, it's one thing you want to make sure of is just make sure you have every bolt out, because when I was going through, I found a little bolt right here covered in dirt, and it was right there and I was holding it on. But once I got that out, everything started to just split apart, and I can basically, I mean, you can see it. So I'm just gonna start pulling. Oh, there it is. Just wiggling it back and forth. Come on, come on. Woo. God. I'm pretty sure, talking to IAG, I'm actually just gonna get a new timing cover too, so we'll not have to worry about that, but there is. Okay. I think I might know where these are coming from. All right. Oh. This is from Le Piston. What else is down here? Jeez. Oh, it shot through. Oh, god damn. Well, that's not good. So, might need a, well, not might. I think, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Gonna need a new cradle. So, I mean, we could flip the engine over now, take off the oil pan, and we will go from there, but god. So this is the inside of my oil pan. Like, oh my god. But this is the bottom side. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so I got the top of the head off, and now what we're looking at is rocker arms, springs. Under there would be valves and things like that. And I'm gonna show you guys the easiest way to do it, or like how I did it. So if we come over here to the top of the head, you're gonna see about, I can't remember how many there is. It's like these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so there's 8 of them all the way around, and you have to move this one to get to this one down here. But you take all those off, and then you'll be able to remove this. This is just a cam cover. And then there's 9 large bolts that actually hold this entire plate on there. I have them in my pocket. So it's 9 of these bolts, and they're all around. You'll find these bolts, right? They're 14 mils, and they're all around as well. They're labeled with 11, and then the other ones are labeled with an 8. That's how I remember it. And then there's 2 more that are under the cam plate, and I'm just gonna throw those back in. And they go, one goes right there, and then the other one goes, I believe, like over here or here, one of these holes. And then that's pretty much it. And then next what I need to do is then I just need to take off the actual assembly right here that has the exhaust and intake on the top. And after I do that, then we'll actually be able to see the piston and see if it touched the, like if it touched the head or anything like that. So we'll be able to see that in a second. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna disassemble that. It's just taking off the head bolts. I'm gonna try and leave everything here without touching anything. If I need to move it, then I will, but for now, I should just be able to take the head bolts out. Well, we have found the issue, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my, the piston head is broken. It is split like that. That's a normal piston head, right? This, oh man, god damn. All right, so I wanted to give you guys a better look really quick. Actually, I was able to pull it out. So normal piston head, right? Cool. Oh, okay, all right. We're just gonna push that back together. This is what happened to my motor. Whew. God damn, just I think this is where I'm gonna call this video. I mean, there's not really anything else I need to do. I need to just take off the other side, put everything in a box, and then, you know, I'll basically just have the bare bone block, and then from there, it's just kind of rebuilding, and wow. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm tired, and I stink, so I'm ready to take a shower.